Welcome to Rebirth with Lebohang Motsele. This is where I share my journey about self-discovery, becoming intentional, about acquiring wisdom, and just paying attention to our paths. Because I feel like if we pay attention to where we come from, we're at a better chance of connecting our dots and finding our purpose in life. Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Rebirth. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you to everyone that has been engaging with me in the comments, liking, sharing, subscribing, everyone that has welcomed us on our YouTube platform as well. Thank you. Today I would like to speak about finding your why. I know most of us have heard this topic, but I've got a different approach, and this is what I received this morning. So, whenever you listen to motivation, they will tell you that we were all born with some sort of gift to give to this world. And whenever I thought of these gifts, I thought of the talented people, the singers, the actors, and the likes. I never thought I could be a gift as a person, the way I carry myself, how I show up, and how I choose to share my life. I never knew these could contribute as a gift to someone out there until I chose to share my life through blogs and podcasts, and found myself reaching out to people I never knew, giving hope and encouragement through my journey. I never knew telling my story would pull someone through, and whenever I get tired, man, I feel like God just sends someone to ask me about my why. I'd get an email about a similar situation I went through, and I'd be asked, why did you handle it that way? Why do you do things the way you do? Funny, even people who don't share the same belief system as I do, they say they learn from my resilience. My why started because I love speaking, and I've always said I never wanted to be the beauty with no brains. So girl, if you are going to speak, make sure whatever you will be giving to the world has substance. Make sure it's authentic. I had to pray. Whenever I release a podcast, I have to pray, because I don't know what substance means to the next person. I don't know how I'm going to be interpreted, how I'm going to be received, because we might listen to the same thing, but we will all have different views on it. Leave the world empty, they said. I asked myself, how? When the world breaks more than it builds, when there is so much attacking and shaming, and who do you think you are? When you are giving something, it's always the battle of how am I going to be received? Writers know this battle more than anything. But then again, I asked myself, then what? Will we not write? Will we not deliver? What if your story would have saved someone who is at the verge of giving up? You'll never know until you reach out. Don't be selfish with your life. Come on now. Your experiences might just be a map for someone to navigate life. And when God says my experiences will be a map for someone to navigate life, I thought, the internet has become our go-to. I thought, for everything, what if in the next 100 years to come from now, when I have left this earth, my children wanted advice about a particular thing, and they went on the internet and found out how I navigated this life? Wouldn't that be a gift? Today, it might not mean anything, but for my children and their children's children and the coming generations, the gift of being able to hear my voice sharing pearls of wisdom when I'm no longer on this earth will be something money can't buy. It's funny how I'm wishing my mother and grandmother had done podcasts, because wow, the wisdom in those women, especially my grandmother. My sister found a random recording of my mother's voice the other day, and hearing that voice after 5 years since she passed brought tears to all of us. She wasn't even speaking much. She was just having a conversation with our nephew. And I wonder, what if she was dropping pearls of wisdom or casually talking about herself, her feelings? It would have meant so much to be reminded of what she believed in this life. what life was meant to be, because when we grow up, we lose the focal point of what life is meant to be. I'm learning a lot about myself as I write, as I speak. I'm finding the importance of documenting my life and how keeping a gratitude journal actually outlines the importance, the things that I find important. Whether we like it or not, our children become a slight replica of who we are. My question therefore comes back to, what if your child turned out exactly like you? Would the world even be a better place? There's a book I'm reading currently on parenting, and it's teaching me how parenting is leaving a legacy. If you do it well, you create a generation of well-being. Same applies to the opposite. Now, isn't that a gift? One less toxic person on earth, one less suicidal teenager, and one less adult dealing with childhood trauma. So, what's your gift to the world? What if you healed yourself? What if your presence on this earth became a gift to generations to come? Why are you even on earth? I'm going to leave you with these questions, and I hope in one way or another you may find your why. I hope in one way or another you may realize that you being on this earth is a gift, and everyone that encounters you actually experiences this gift. Thank you so much for tuning in, and may we continue to engage in the comment section. May we continue to speak. May we continue to find better ways to live. May we continue to rebirth better versions of ourselves. Love and light, guys.